a horror film centered around a podcast. Hopefully, people tune in to hear this one. Hey, what's up, you guys? It's me, Derek Kid the Overview, back again with another video. So this time we're going to be talking about another horror film, but also something a little bit more unique in this case because it isn't really just a horror film, but a horror podcast where I can just say, this is going to be taking another toll on this whole, okay, we're doing the unfriended thing, but also searching in this case, but also I guess we're going to be dealing with like the one person looking into the camera situation where they're talking about through the whole movie about what's going on, but really don't know what's going on in the background. Undertone is the newest film from A24 about a woman hosting a paranormal podcast, but in this case, instead of her just running a simple podcast talk about everything strange in the world, something happens in the middle of her podcast, and I guess, yeah, mayhem ensues. It's not new to the public to the fact that we've had horror movies where, oh, it's taking place from a smartphone or a video camera or a laptop where we're seeing a group of characters FaceTime or at least talk to each other within screens while stuff is going down, and we're like, okay, wait a minute, is this really happening? Or is this just you guys pulling a prank and we don't even know what's going on? And the fact that I feel like this is the next step in evolution for these type of movies because yeah, we had the FaceTime thing, like we had the Skype conversation calls. Even the fact that we're FaceTiming and looking through detective skills, trying to figure out whether or not this person is missing or there's some stuff out there that we haven't figured out, but we're looking at it through camera lenses and we're seeing through, okay, we can figure out the clues to pinpoint where who's where and what's really going on. In this case, we're going to be dealing with somebody just hosting a regular podcast, like just someone with a mic just talking, oh, so this is what's going on in today's life, or blah, blah, blah. I think that's the next step in this whole new horror reimagining because I feel like, yeah, we already had people record themselves, but actually talking about the things in their daily lives, not realizing that something is interrupting their conversation. Like, we already listen to podcasts on our morning time, and the fact that yeah, I feel like everybody's done it. Hell, even I even done it on this channel. But not once did I really think that hosting a paranormal podcast would really lead to me discovering some spirits or at the point where I'm like, oh, we're talking about a certain subject. And once I'm really talking about the lore of this thing, it actually out of nowhere comes to life and really affects me and my show. Like, seriously, if I had a demon possess the O review out of nowhere and really kill me in the middle of one of my own videos, some people would think it's a skit, and some people who know me would be like, oh, that's just him trying to figure out something new for content, but then realize, wait a minute, was this real? Late Night with the Devil was a showcase where, okay, we're in the middle of a talk show, but the fact that that whole movie was filmed like, okay, we're really behind the scenes and going into the middle of how this show is really going to go since it's that cancellation. And the fact that everything that happened in that show was actually happening in real time was like, oh, I didn't expect that, and I thought everything was going to end with like, well, this is going to be like one of those, oh, we're uncovering the paranormal, but not really anything is happening to it. We already know how A24 deals with their horror films, but let's see them deal with something that's more outside of their spectrum because I feel like, yeah, we had shock horror, we had a couple of horror films filled by YouTubers, so let's see how this goes when they go into just one person films because I feel like, yeah, I don't think they've done that just yet because I know they experimented with some stuff that I don't think they've actually gone with just solo horror films where it's just one main character driving through dialogue, and throughout the film you're hearing other characters trying to feed in information to actually get them along the journey. So, in that case, let's get to the video, or just tune in for a listen in this case.
Welcome to the Undertone podcast, where we talk about all things creepy. I'm your in house skeptic, Evie Babbage, and my believer co host says he has a real treat for us today.
We're listening to 10 mysterious audio recordings from an anonymous email.
Hmm.
Are you implying there's hidden messages in it?
Let me play it back.
I'm focused, but I'm surprised it's like a movie.
Play the next one. Let's find out.
Hmm. 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 So it's interfering with the podcast as it is. Oh. Hmm. Oh no. Possessing the body in the background. Was that a duh? Oh, I saw the spirit like right behind her too. Coming out Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th. And it didn't even end at the very end of that thing too. Even without me thinking about what the movie was gonna be looking like, I thought, okay, it's gonna be one of those. Oh, I'm just recording a podcast, and it's just gonna be just showing the main character front facing, like, oh, I'm just recording my little thing, just doing a little video while I'm actually doing the audio in this case. Where I thought, okay, it's gonna be just them recording audio, and in the background, you're just gonna be hearing like the side characters talk to the mics, and I guess some of the paranormal stuff would just be happening with just her experiencing it from her front facing camera. But I guess it's not gonna be like that. It's shot like a regular film, and I guess that is kind of cool in this case where I'm like, okay, so she's not just gonna be talking throughout this whole movie, just talking about her experiences with the paranormal. And I guess also the fact that it looks like some of the paranormal activity is going on within her house. Like she uncovered something that shouldn't have been uncovered, like or she read some demonic chant that shouldn't have been chanted, especially on live air. The looks of this teaser, I guess I can say it's a cool creative idea, but also if you're going to be doing a movie about somebody who's doing like a horror podcast and the horror is actually coming to them in that real time, I guess you could say, yeah, this would be the more realistic route because I guess, yeah, the whole camera shot thing is overdone where the whole movie takes place on the screen. But I guess doing it like this makes it more, oh, this is just open environment that isn't everything is just a recording. And also the fact that you wouldn't watch a movie that is just recording a podcast over and over and just hearing like the bits of sounds. I even do like the way the title card at the end shows like the sound beats, like the way they're short in the start and then the way they go up in the middle of it. That actually shows that there's a presence out there, and especially the fact that the very end of the trailer had a little bit of little possession dialogue, which I was like, okay, wait a minute, is that the demon talking, or am I just like listening to something? Because I was giving like, oh, it comes out on Friday the 13th, and then the trailer just goes black, and you just hear the little pieces of dialogue at the end, where I'm like, wait a minute, is this trailer still going? It feels like a good watch, especially the fact that I'm like, I know A24 does this thing with horror films, but whenever they try to do something different outside of their normal standard, I'm like, that's creative. Especially the fact that we're doing a one woman show, seeing as though we're seeing this woman being interrogated or being haunted by these spirits in this case. With a premise like this, I don't see any chance of failure. And hopefully, this actually ends up being something different because I feel like, yeah, I would have expected this just to be like Unfriended, but it feels like, yeah, this is starting to feel like a movie with just one person. And I guess a one woman show would actually feel a lot of, yeah, we're seeing a lot of horror stuff going on around her, thinking, oh, I'm just going to be recording a video or a podcast just on a regular day, not realizing what if all the things I'm talking about in this thing are actually true and I'm not really aware of what's going on and all this is just happening to me and I just don't know how to solve it. Alright guys, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. All my social media is down in the description below. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.